You ready for bed? Because I am. Tonight we're going to talk about making your evening routine a little bit more complex. You should have finished your Restore Reset, which should leave you with healthy skin that's going to be able to tolerate your evening treatment better. And when I talk about your evening treatment, I'm talking about ingredients that you use to promote cell turnover. The most powerful of these is Tretinoin, which is a prescription vitamin A product. And it is something that we truly have 30 years of data to show that it helps with fine lines, it helps with pore size, it helps decrease brown spots, and it helps increase your collagen. So if you can tolerate Tretinoin, you really want to use it as many nights as possible. The prescription comes in multiple strengths, 0.025, 0.05, and 0.1. If you have thin, dry skin like me, you're going to need the weakest of those. If you have thick, oily skin, you're going to probably be able to use the strongest of those. Even if you have oily skin, you may not be able to tolerate it every night, and that is okay. This is one of those situations where more is not usually better. So when you go to bed, you wash your face, you dry your face. You do not need to wait a half an hour for your skin to dry, but you do want your skin to feel dry to the touch, because if it's still wet, you're going to absorb more of the tretinoin and it makes it more likely you're going to be irritated. So you wash your face, you dry it, then you don't use very much of this stuff. Tretinoin is a treatment, it's not a cream. So you just do a little dot, sort of all your important areas. You want to make sure to treat your neck, the backs of your hands, and your chest as well. And you just rub it all in. Now, if you read the instructions on the prescription, it's going to tell you to wait a half an hour before you put on your moisturizer. That's a load of bahooey. Who has time for that? And fundamentally, it's just going to make you more irritated. So as soon as I put on my tretinoin, I then put on my nice thick face cream. And I put it in all the same cosmetically important areas, on my face, on my neck, on my chest, on the backs of my hands, and then I go to bed. The whole thing takes me like 2 minutes. It should not take very long to take good care of your skin. Now, if you're like me, you're not going to be able to use tretinoin on a nightly basis. It's just going to be too strong for you, or you just may not have a prescription. There are a lot of over-the-counter options that work super well. The one that's the closest to tretinoin is retinol. Retinol is a pre-drug to tretinoin. Your body has to convert it into tretinoin. And what happens is about only 10% of it's converted. So if you try to buy retinol over the counter, you're going to have strengths that are 10 times stronger than prescription strength tretinoin. This is at 0.5% tretinoin. That's sort of similar to a prescription, which is 0.05%. If for me, because I only use the 0.025% on my skin, I would use an over-the-counter 0.25% retinol. Then your body converts that retinol into tretinoin and you use it. Now, some people just really can't use retinol very much at all. If that's the case, then there's a couple different options. Glycolic acid, or just acids, glycolic acid, alpha hydroxy acid, salicylic acids, all can be really helpful for promoting cell turnover. They don't do quite as much as tretinoin, but they're also less likely to be irritating for you. A wonderful in-between product is made by Skin Better, and it's called Alpha Ret. It has a combination of alpha hydroxy acid and retinol in it. So I refer to this as my princess retinol. For people who have really irritated skin, this is a weaker retinol combined with a 10% glycolic acid, and it makes it so you get a little bit of that benefit of the retinol without as much of the irritation. Also, on the nights where I don't use a retinol, I use just a pure glycolic acid option, or an acid option without the vitamin A component. And there's lots of great options out there. U Beauty has a great resurfacing compound that has a whole bunch of wonderful ingredients. Drunk Elephant has a 12% glycolic or alpha as well as beta hydroxy acid product. There's some glycolic peels, there's some masks. Any of those are great. You just don't want to use all of them on the same night. You wash your face, you pick your treatment. It is a singular treatment. It is either tretinoin or glycolic acid or the Alpha Ret, but you don't combine and layer because it's going to be too much for your skin. You always follow that with a moisturizer. If you have oily skin, it can be a light moisturizer. If you have dry skin, it really needs to be a heavy moisturizer, and then you go to bed. Think of the evening about reversing the damage that's been done, and then your morning is about protection. So first and foremost, you just need to get your skin to calm down, and that's what the Restore Reset was about. Once your skin is calmed down, then you get to add in your evening treatment. After that goes well for a week, then you can add in your morning vitamin C serum. Vitamin C is an acid and it can irritate your skin. Your evening treatment can irritate your skin. So you don't want to do too much to your skin at once. You want to pick one thing, get your skin used to it, and add the next thing. If your skin does get irritated, stop. Just go back to the Restore Reset. Skip the treatment at night for a day, for a week, however you need to get your skin healthy and glowy again. Once it looks and feels resilient, then yeah, go back and add back in your treatment. But it's not one of these things when you get irritated, you add in more steps, you actually pull back. Your skin is really good at taking care of itself, and it just needs a few key products to support it as it does that. And that's why we started with the Restore Reset. Let me know if you have any questions, just DM us and we will be back next week. Okay.